Hello everyone, my name is Christopher Moore, and today I will be giving a presentation on the art of advertising. So without further ado, I'm going to just jump right in. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so how many of you know the different components that go into creating an advertisement? Any answers? Well, there's more to collateral of advertising than just the final product and message that we all tend to see. One creative message is comprised of key data and components ranging from market research to brand identity, and a full scope of creative teams including art directors, copywriters, graphic designers, and even more go into delivering the final aesthetic advertisement that consumers usually see and hear. Now, when information and ideas blend seamlessly for an intended audience, the results can make a brand powerhouse among the public. In this presentation, I will discuss what major factors go into creating an advertising campaign and just how art direction and copywriting team up to make appealing yet effective advertising. Now, before graphic designers or copywriters can begin to even concept the messages that they will create, major research has to be done on the brand, consumers, and market that the brand and product will be competing in. Research, along with co-creation, is the backbone of all great advertising campaigns. All research is either primary research or secondary research. Primary research and co-creation serve their best purpose in gaining insight into a new product category or even for branching out into a new market. Most research done for consumer insights is always going to be primary and usually is done on a case-by-case basis. Gaining consumer insights leads to having a generally better idea of the distinct consumers that advertisers are trying to reach. Knowing your audience makes getting in touch with them that much easier. Once a brand gains insight into its consumer's mind, advertisers can then plan out messages that can be considerably created to cater to specific individuals. Now, as you can see, consumer insights and advertisements go hand in hand. Co-creation is the idea of giving consumers what they would like to see, not necessarily what we think and hope consumers will like. In order for companies to meet the demands of mass communication, they must engage in an interactive dialogue with consumers. This is essential when garnering brand loyalty among consumers. Brand loyalty can have several different meanings to several groups of people who use that term, but I'm going to, however, stick to the advertising-friendly version. Brand loyalty occurs when a brand successfully builds an ongoing relationship with any consumer. Brand loyalty is defined as having positive feelings toward the brand and intense dedication to purchase the same product or service repeatedly, now and in the future, from the same brand, regardless of competitors' actions or changes to the environment. Marketing tools can be used to encourage an emotional response and attachments to the brand, and to influence the perceptions a consumer has on the brand, both of which are important for congruency in relationship and thus leading to the development of brand loyalty. A perfect example of brand loyalty would be Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is arguably one of the world's best known brands. In the late 1920s, Coca-Cola began incorporating Santa Claus into its holiday marketing collateral. This proved to be one of the first successful feel-good emotions portrayed in advertising. Consumers want to be able to relate to the products that they choose to use. Now, those campaigns were so successful that some of that same collateral is still being used to this day. As you can see, there's a very current billboard ad using the Coca-Cola Santa Claus. Now, with the examples for Coca-Cola that you've just seen, special tactics were used in creating those ads. Now, this is where art direction and copywriting come into play. The creative department of in-house organizations and advertising agencies are comprised of art directors, copywriters, graphic designers, conceptors, user interface designers, and so on and so forth. The list is continuously growing. Advertisers are now more than ever creating ads that feature emotions and senses more so than the products themselves. Art directors idealize images for which the final concept of an ad will appear. Being an art director requires one to know special tactics in which to evoke special emotions, such as color therapy and positive-negative spacing. Color theory is easily described in the image shown. Now you will have different colors that evoke different emotions, such as a bold red that will show excitement, and therefore brands such as Coca-Cola and Target will usually stick with the red color. Now also, an art director generally creates the layout for which the final product will look, and by product I mean advertisement. Usually, images can stand alone if in an ad, and if there are certain qualities depicted within that image itself, such as a photo of a dog being portrayed as being happy. But usually, copywriters will develop copy to partner along with an image. Copy can usually stand alone as well. For instance, radio spots. Radio as a medium relies on imagery of wording to evoke certain emotional responses. Graphic designers, however, are the true artists within the advertising world. They manipulate photos, images, designs, and copy to appeal in endless varieties. A designer has the ability to kern text, that is, reformatting spacing of text to fit specific parameters. Now, when images, design, and copy are combined with an emphasis on its purpose, great things within advertising can occur. Advertisers are able to pursue and implant ideas within its targeted consumer, and if lucky enough, unintended audiences will note messages not intended for them. I think that all marketers can agree that free publicity towards unintended audiences could be counted as a win. Now, most individuals can usually tell the difference between good advertising and bad advertising, as you can see on the screen on the right of the dog I was referring to earlier, as compared to on the right where you have the distasteful Burger King ad. You can even see an example of the kerning issue that I addressed earlier as well. Now, if advertising is done poorly, it can enter clutter, and the intended message will have lost its purpose. When the intent of a message is mixed with beauty and carefully conceived thoughts, the outcome can be advertising campaigns that will last for a long time. In this presentation, I discuss the major factors that go into developing an advertisement and the roles played between art direction and copywriting in creating effective collateral. I hope that you all found this presentation entertaining and insightful. Thank you, and I can't wait to hear your all presentations.